And welcome into the Talk of Champions. Brad Logan alongside Ben Garrett here from the Manning Center. Just wrapped up an incredible event. Evan Engram, his foundation, they had a youth camp. Some news today. We'll get to that in just a moment. Couldn't do what we do without all of our sponsors. That's, of course, led by our good friends, our title and presenting sponsor of Allen Samuels, Chrysler Dodge, Jeep and Ram. Give Greta a call today. Go by and see Mason. Get your special Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram from our friends at Allen Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. We'll get to all of the information here, but just for a moment, Hunter Elliott coming back for the baseball team, Ben, and that is huge news for Mike Bianco, Coach Clement, and the rest of the coaching staff.
Absolutely. It's a big deal. I think we knew that going into it, it was very much a 50-50 shot at best whether or not he was even going to get drafted. So it's not like it's shocking news that he's coming back so much as that he announced it when he did. The draft started today. It's 20 rounds. It goes through tomorrow. And everything I've been getting at the Ole Miss Spirit, OMSpirit.com, an affiliate of On 3, sign up today for $1. We'd love to have you. Well, all I've been hearing is that if he gets drafted, he'll sign. To come out now, because he wasn't going to get drafted today. Today's like, what, the first however many rounds? I don't know exactly what the number is, but if you're Hunter, if you're announcing this, you're saying, well, I don't even care what happens tomorrow. He's sacrificing all his leverage. Now, I do know this. Ole Miss has been talking to him about all of these scenarios for weeks leading up to the draft. And one of their things is like, hey, we support you either way, whatever you decide to do. If you want to come back, of course, we'll welcome you back. Now, the price point's probably not going to be the same as it was.
Yeah.
But we'll pay you fairly and equitably, and you'll break all the records, and you'll be the greatest, one of the greatest, if not the greatest players to ever come through the university. Like, that was a big selling point, but the pool to start his professional career. This is, in my opinion, an acknowledgement that he's probably never going to play again after this. Because you're going to be 24 pitching for Ole Miss, which is that's okay. You know, maybe he goes on to the pros anyway and does that thing, you know, where he comes up as a 27-year-old. I don't know. But I will say that it's huge news for the team and for the rotation. You're losing Taylor Rabe. You're losing Cade Townsend. You're losing Hudson Calhoun. Probably going to lose, if he gets selected, Will Libbert. So Hunter Elliott, having that one guy that you know, he's going to be in there somewhere. That's a big, big addition, and I think it's a pretty cool thing that Hunter did it today, saying this is the decision I made. I know what the reality is. I know what I am and what I can be. I hate that the professional career looks like, man, it's just not going to happen for him. All right, that's what it feels like. But who cares? He's happy. He's going to get paid well, and Ole Miss just got back that dude, like the all-time great Hunter Elliott, when they need starting pitchers for the weekend rotation. It's massive, massive news.
Full coverage on the Ole Miss Spirit. That's OMSpirit.com. Also here on the Talk of Champions, we want to ask you, please subscribe to our YouTube page. Just go to youtube.com/Talk of Champions.
You're so buttoned up when you do all this stuff. You're so buttoned up.
I just need to make sure they know where to find the content.
All right.
But let's talk more about today. We had a chance, you'll hear an interview with Evan Engram here in just a moment. Also had Mackenzie Engram, who was fantastic.
Awesome.
His sister, we visited with her, standout athlete at Georgia, played for Joni Taylor, who's a Meridian, Mississippi native. So some great content coming with those two interviews. Before we get there, just really cool today, being a lot of the current players were out here. We talked to a lot of them.
Weren't allowed to do interviews before anyone else. Like, why didn't you?
We were not allowed to do interviews, and we completely understand that. But did have a chance to say hello to some of them, and I think it was really cool getting to see those current players interacting with the youth, along with Evan, who has spent a day today, brought his whole family here, Ben, and it was really cool to see all the activity today inside the Manning Center. His
wife, his parents, his sister, you're going to hear from him, and Mackenzie, his sister, who got selected in the WNBA. Out of Georgia. She's awesome. She hadn't done an interview in so long.
You would never know that about what you're about to see.
And she's hilariously nervous. So, like, I found her on the field. I was like, it went fine, didn't she? She was like, yeah, you know what? I just hadn't done it in a while. I didn't know. I was like, yeah, I sent just Brad over there to do it by herself so you wouldn't get freaked out. It was just really fun to catch up with him because the whole day was like this for me. It felt like a reunion everywhere. I met friends like Murphy Holloway's wife and her and two of his sons were here. They were campers. Aaron Morris's son was out there participating. AJ, I talked to a friend who was an 09 graduate of New Albany because I'm wearing the NA around here. You know, we did all kinds of fun catch-ups with people on and off the field. I talked to Landon Barnes. We'd never seen each other face-to-face, even though he's interviewed on Talk of Champions twice.
Yeah.
You know, that was pretty funny. I walked up, I was like, yeah, I'm that dude that interviewed twice. And he was like, oh, yeah. And it was fun. And he looks massive. Like that was the biggest takeaway from talking to the players. Horatio Fields looks great. Told him all I've heard is nothing but good things, and man, he's thrilled to be here. And he says he's taking Caleb Cunningham under his wing. That's good to hear.
I think we're bearing the lead here, Ben.
Yeah, I mean that's the biggest thing.
Not to me.
Oh,
you know we buried the lead?
I don't know what I do.
Brady Prieskorn looks
just
huge.
like him. Oh yeah, he looks huge. He looks just like his brother too, like just like him. They look the same, and he's a lot bigger than I thought he was.
A lot bigger.
I mean, they weren't out there running. They weren't out there running.
No, they were handing it off to little kids. Yeah. But I mean, the eye test.
Yeah, that surprised me. That stuck out for sure. Luke Haas, he just needs to stay healthy. There's never been a debate about. Like he looks great. I didn't know a few of the players. We'll learn their names, I'm sure. Saw Dylan Alfred. He looks the same to me, and I hope he finds carves out a role in that room. But Horatio impressed, and Landon is impressive, and they're good dudes, and they were out here working with the kids that include Aaron Morris's son, Murphy Holloway's kids. It was a really cool event, and Evan did a great job with it, and Evan was really excited to be home.
Welcome in Brad Logan, Ben Garrett, but the man of the hour, Evan Engram, former incredible Ole Miss football player, now in the National Football League. Today, he's in Oxford for a very special day. Evan, on behalf of all of us at Talk of Champions, first of all, congratulations on all your success, and tell us a little bit about what's going on today.
Yeah, first time back in Oxford doing the camp. Definitely wanted to come back to my roots, where a big part of my football career started. Just wanted to get back to the youth. My foundation, the Evan Engram Foundation, is here, putting on the camp for just young kids to come out, run around, play. I'm teaching some, fundamentals and kind of help them out with their game a little bit, but most importantly, just have a good time, get to know them a little bit, and just have fun at my old stomping grounds.
Well, I was going to say the camp experience for Evan Engram, that's where it all kind of started at Ole Miss. We were catching up beforehand. I've been covering this dude since he was a junior in high school. I'm almost 20 years into this business. He's a 10-year NFL pro. Time goes very, very fast. But do you kind of remember that, like coming in? Because here's the story. Back in 2012-ish, 13, I can't remember exactly what it was. Evan Engram, little undersized dude, comes to camp, but Freeze had brought in a bunch of dudes, and no one showed out more than he at that camp. Man, he was the best pass catcher, caught everything. Do you remember that? Do you remember where it started? Yeah. And to see where you are now, that's got to be wild.
Yeah,
man.
No, it was kind of early in my recruitment process. Ole Miss was the biggest school at that time, and I just remember, they said, we want to offer you, but we got to see you run around first and do your thing. So came up here on a mission. Wanted to just show the coaches what I was made of. Funny story, I actually went to Soulshine before the camp, had a full pizza, and ended up throwing up 10 minutes before the camp started. And literally, I don't know what happened, but that just got me in the zone and ended up having the best day of my life, and ended up getting the offer to what led to a great career at Ole Miss.
That's wild. Soulshine doesn't even exist anymore. So much has changed in Oxford, Mississippi forever. But one thing that hasn't changed is he's one of the best pass catchers to ever come through Ole Miss. And speaking of that, like Laramie's now twice over the highest paid left offensive tackle in the NFL history. You're 10 years in. Laquan has stuck around for a long time. Yes. That was a special group. Do y'all still keep up with each other?
Always, yeah. We always. I was with Laquan for half a season in Jacksonville, so it was really good to get catch back up with him. Laramie has just been setting the bar since he's gotten here, just with how talented he is, and even his career in the NFL, just the way he's handled himself, even after all that crap that happened. We went through hell and back here. We bonded so much. We put in so much work together here, and it's been cool to see just guys across the league, continue that standard and make a name for themselves, even in the NFL.
Your evolution as a player out of high school, and Ben just mentioned, 3-star player and that sort of thing. When you get here, and I don't know if it was just the development of the coaching staff, but when did it click for you? Because you obviously became, someone that was not very known in high school, and all of a sudden you become one of the best, tight ends, pass catchers that's ever come through Ole Miss.
Immediately.
Yeah,
immediately, day one.
What happened that freshman year that maybe the light switch went on for you?
Yeah, I think I got my butt tore up my first training camp.
Really?
That first training camp was one of the hardest experiences I've had in the sport. And I give a lot of credit to Coach Maurice Harris, Coach Freeze, Coach Luke. Those guys really pushed me every day and held me to such a high standard every day. Well, I've had great coaches even in high school, but coming here, they took it up a whole nother level. And I think it didn't take that much time for me to see it in myself. They just helped me bring it out of myself, and that training camp was so hard. And when we got to that first game in Vandy, we played like a Thursday night to open the season. It just was, the lights were on and it was just go time. I think how tough and how grueling that training camp was. It was just, you know, kind of like an iron sharpening iron thing. And so when we got out there against other people, I just was in that flow state and got to play ball. And I give a lot of credit to the people around me. Just a great culture we had here. We pushed each other every single day, and our coaches held us to the highest standard. And I think that just naturally brought out the best in myself and my teammates.
What was your welcome to the SEC moment and welcome to the NFL moment?
Welcome to the SEC moment, I would have to say we went to Alabama my freshman year. And we had ran this counter play where, you know, the guard pulls and he kicks out the end, and I'll be behind the guard and I'll kind of pull in around like A gap, B gap. And we ran that play. CJ Mosley was just sitting there waiting on me. And I'm like, I'm about to just empty the tank and empty the clip. I go in, we have a big collision. I fall. I'm thinking like, oh, we just sprung a run. I just made a block on CJ Mosley as a true freshman. I look up, tackle in the backfield. I go watch on tape. CJ didn't flinch. He just threw me out the way and made the tackle. That was a big welcome to the SEC moment. And then
he
NFL,
thought he sprung him too.
Yeah. I thought I sprung the run. The NFL, I'd have to say, kind of same thing. My rookie year, we were on the road at Denver, ironically, and I have a pass pro against Von Miller, and he just hit me with this spin move that, like, I blinked and he was gone, and I ended up running a flat route. Like, I made it look like it was a chip flat, but I really was in pass pro, and he just beat me so bad I just ran away from the play, and that was the moment where I was like, okay, like this is different. And that was like week 3, so I've had like 2 games before that, but Vaughn was a different monster.
As we're here in Oxford, the beautiful Manning Center, I know you've seen the stadium. There's been renderings of the north end zone doing some things, and they're about to call for you here for a minute. But I'd love your thoughts on the current state of the program. Obviously, Keith Carter, director of athletics, has done big things. Walker Jones and the collective. I know you stayed at the forefront of it. But Pete Golding is head coach. Yeah. Ole Miss has been doing big things since you're headed off the NFL. Your overall thoughts on the program?
I'm just super proud of where we are as a program. I think just everything that we've been through over the last decade, I think, you know, where we've gotten to ourselves now, to where we're competing for championships. I think the run that they had last year was incredible. I think obviously Lane did a great job here, but even dealing with all that stuff, how Pete came in and got the guys to rally around him, I'm pretty sure he's got a great staff in place to continue to carry on that legacy. So super proud of where the program is. Definitely proud to rock Ole Miss. I probably wear Ole Miss shirt every other day at work. So definitely it feels good to be able to represent a great university, and I'm very proud of where we are.
He's Evan Engram, very kind enough you join us here today.
Keep coming back,
good luck on the camp today. Appreciate all you do for the young people, and best of luck in the NFL.
Protecting homes and businesses from the whims of nature, you need more than just quality materials. You require Riverland Roofing. Licensed, insured, and certified, Riverland Roofing offers not only the assurance of excellence, but a tailored approach to your unique structural needs and budget. To learn more about what Riverland Roofing can do for you and the community, call them at 662-644-4297 or visit riverlandroofing.com.
Hey, Rebels, your truck is here. Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Oxford presents the all-new Ram Rebel. It's Ram, the Rebel way. Send an unmistakable signal. Rebel 24/7. Ram Rebel from your friend in the car business. Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Oxford.
Come by, let's be friends. I'm Warrior Philip Hearn. Raising my family here in Mississippi, I've tried to teach my kids to help others. I learned that from my parents. And as a Mississippi lawyer, I want to help you too. If you're hurt in a traffic accident, 18-wheeler wreck, or have insurance trouble, call 601-720-3541. That's my cell. You call, I'll answer. Let's get started. Make your first call to the Hearn Law Firm today.
Fiber and wireless together at last. The One Plan. Fiber and wireless for $99 a month with a 5-year price guarantee and a free 5G phone for everyone. Fiber and wireless for $99 a month with a 5-year price guarantee. C-Spire. Customer inspired.
And welcome back into the Talk of Champions. We're here at the Evan Engram Foundation event, and so excited today to get to talk to Mackenzie Engram. And Mackenzie, you were an incredible player, obviously at Georgia. We just talked about some of the coaches you had, Andy Landers and Joni Taylor, who's a Mississippian. But it's got to be cool to be out here today at Evan's event and seeing all these young people getting some great instruction.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's been something we've been working on for the last 10 years. I've been bugging him to get his foundation off the ground, and so it's really fun to come back, give back. This is like his first official camp underneath his organization, so we've got the whole family here, and we're all just really excited.
I saw that, and I think it's really cool. We were able to talk with Evan a little bit ago, had a great conversation, but it did surprise me that the whole crew is here, and I know that means a lot to you.
Absolutely. We are such a close-knit family, and we knew, especially being his first camp back at Ole Miss, we wanted to pile everybody in the car and travel up, which is only like 5 hours. It was an easy drive, and be here to support him.
When he was in high school and then recruited, obviously, and is a great player at Ole Miss, what do you remember about that recruiting process, and what do you remember about Evan choosing Ole Miss?
Honestly, I remember me being the better athlete in the house at the time. I was just getting offers out of the water, and he was a little bit more of a slow burn, and so I just remember when he got this big offer, it was like floodworks going. We were all just super happy, crying happy tears, because he worked so incredibly hard, and we all felt that he was a little overlooked, but he got the offer, came here, proved everybody wrong, and now he's the better athlete of the family.
Very athletic family. I would love to maybe, when you guys were growing up, I'm sure you were very competitive at a very young age. What was it like growing up with Evan, and what was it like to see him evolve into the football player he is today?
Yeah, it was amazing. He's my best friend, and I love him to death. Obviously, he's your brother, so we would compete on who could do the dishes the quickest, who could finish laundry. And, it was like 50-50, but it was really fun. We were super competitive. And I think him coming to SEC school, me going to an SEC school, we were able to really lean on each other through that process as well. But just to be able to watch him from little high school Evan all the way now 10 years in the NFL, it's been such an incredible journey.
I know you guys came to a lot of games here in Oxford. And are there any memorable times coming over to Oxford for some games that Evan played in, and what are some games that you remember?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest game was when Ole Miss played Georgia. I came up for that game. I think that was my junior year, his senior year. He scored a touchdown and did my free throw routine as his celebration, and it was so fun. All my friends were texting me. They unfortunately did beat Georgia pretty bad that year, but it's fine. But that was probably my most memorable game.
I want to talk about your career just for a little bit. We briefly talked about playing for 1 year for Coach Andy Landers, who is a highly decorated coach in women's basketball. But Joni Taylor, a coach that's now at A&M, a Mississippi native. Tell me a little bit about playing for her.
She is incredible. She made my last 3 years at Georgia the best that they could. She cares more about you as a person than the player. And she's going to treat you as so and hold you also to that standard. She showed me what it's like to be a mom, outside of my mom, of course, but also to be a coach, to be a mentor, to be a God-fearing woman, and just really set the standard that you can have it all as a woman in this world, and you can do it very gracefully. But it was so much fun. Playing for Andy was incredible as well. I still keep in touch with him, and he's an old head in my life that I love too. But Georgia overall was the best experience, best 4 years of my life.
just in over a short number of years, we've seen the advent of women's athletics just skyrocket.
Yeah.
And I know that's really important to you. And when you were with Coach Taylor, now that you're seeing the world of the WNBA is really exploding, women's athletics in the Olympic ranks and the college ranks are exploding. What do you attribute that to, and how cool is it to see as a former player for Georgia in the SEC to see women's athletics get the spotlight that it deserves?
I think it's just that, like, to get the spotlight that we deserve. We work just as hard, put in just as many hours, and so to watch women's basketball specifically, obviously that's my sport, to grow to what it is. I'm a little jealous I wasn't there in the NIL era, but it's fine. But I mean, I think it's well deserved. College basketball, WNBA, everything along the lines, especially just women's sports in general, is really important, and I'm just super, blessed to kind of have helped pave the way in a very little way, but I think it's well worth it, and the girls deserve all of it.
Mackenzie Engram, kind enough to give us a few minutes here on the Talk of Champions. Mackenzie, thank you.
Yes, thank you.